firepower.
It never occurred to me that while this screen is on, our Skype chat is still going over the stream.
That it is.
But that's a thing. Hey people who are watching. I'm going to get this started up now. Because we always cut this bit out of the first part of the ramble anyway when we post it live. Alright, I think we're about ready to go, yeah?
Hit it.
Wait. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Big Red Ramble. I'm joined by Pac-Man Polar Bear.
What's going on, everybody?
And Dave.
Me. Union Jack.
He's got the jack rolling. I've put him on the bottom again. Not intentionally, it's just the way it went.
It always seems to be the way it goes.
Yeah. That's how I like to stack you guys. Just Dave needs to, he's our firm foundation on the bottom.
Oh no, firm I am. I just, like, apparently have a hole in my lip because I just spilt half my drink on myself as I was taking my sip. I'm excited for rambling.
Sandwich. It's a Dave and Kev's Pac-Man Polar Bear sandwich.
Well, you know, you do want the meat in the middle.
Yeah. That's where the cool bits lie. Alright, we're playing Vampire The Masquerade Bloodlines this week, because a couple of weeks ago, Pac-Man and I were talking about Dark, and we kept going. That turned from supposedly a conversation about Dark that ended up lasting about 30 seconds before we just started talking for 10 minutes about Vampire. So, yeah, we're going to play Vampire.
As of right now, this is still pretty much the best Vampire video game ever.
Of all time.
Like, I really, even Castlevania, you know, for what it is not a better Vampire game than this game.
No.
So, do you get to be Bella in this? Who's Bella?
You shut your mouth! Shut your mouth!
You get to kill lots of Bellas in this game.
Are you Team Edward or Team Jacob?
I've had enough of your lip, Dave.
Team Gangrel!
Yeah. Man, I'm going Malkavian. That's how I roll.
Malkavian?
Hells yeah. That's how I roll.
You guys are all speaking jive right now.
Wait. Are they the ones with the crazy brain powers?
Yeah. They're the ones who are so insane that all of your dialogue changes in the game.
Right. Dangerous
so I'm running.
Wonders. What's up?
Hey, I'm running the latest unofficial community update, which fixes a hell of a lot of stuff. Also gives you a couple of extra options at the beginning here. But here's the thing about Vampire, is you got the choice of these. This is just mostly the vanilla game. I haven't installed any other mods to add clans to here yet, but there are the 7 clans that you can pick between.
Is one the Clan MacLeod?
I wish. Man, could roll around.
There should be a Clan MacLeod. And then you could make a guy named Duncan, and it would be great.
Sean Connery
From
and
Duncan MacLeod to the Clan MacLeod.
That's it. So Gangrel is what Pac-Man plays, is it?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just said Gangrel just because they are they're the best. They're the first race you can play. That they're the easiest race to play your first playthrough.
Oh, straight up, because these guys can, like, one of their first abilities is to grow out massive claws that do aggravated damage.
Yeah.
The damage.
But I mean, this universe is the universe that the movie Underworld stole their universe from.
Yeah.
You know, like it's actually kind of unfortunate. Like there was a time where this was going to be a big MMO. There was a time where there was going to be an actual, Vampire the Masquerade movie. There was actually a Vampire the Masquerade TV show called Kindred the Embraced in the 90s. And it's still a cult favorite among vampire freaks. So if you want to watch all the first season of Kindred the Embraced, it's on YouTube.
I had no idea that existed.
And the only reason it didn't go past one season is the main actor died in a car accident or something, so they canceled the series.
Oh, right.
Well, that would definitely be the end of that.
Right, so I'm going to be a female Malkavian.
Sexy. I'm digging the schoolgirl outfit.
I can be completely batshit as my history.
Yeah.
Why not?
An ex-gymnast stripper.
Sounds good. Daddy issues.
I'm going to go completely batshit. So, you're a brimming cauldron of lunacy.
Hey, Kev.
Hello.
So, Brian says his screen is messed up. Apparently, it's halved in the middle and then swaps. For me, the alignment seems off, and Dark says we are not loud enough.
Right, let's see if we can solve some of these issues.
Okay,
For
it's now not off because for me, like half of it was up, half of it was down, but it seems to be fixed for me.
Oh,
Did
really?
they fix that for you, Brian?
Does that work okay?
Dark says yep,
Awesome.
but Dark says we're not loud enough. So turn up the gain, Kev.
How do we get the volume to change on here? I have absolutely no idea. Let me have a look.
This is the look behind the curtain. Yes.
Well, I might have to take the stream down to sort that out.
Well, this sounds like an excellent time for a loaded question.
Yeah, do a loaded question.
Hey, Pac-Man, if you opened up a present, what would you least expect to find?
Money.
Kev?
Repeat the question.
If you opened up a present, what would you least expect to find?
A severed head. Because I wouldn't.
Damn it! You took my answer. I was going to say Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
Surprisingly, we were actually talking about Gwyneth Paltrow's severed head right before we started recording.
That sounds...
It's always a good way to psych yourself up for a ramble or a podcast.
The screen may have messed up a bit on the feed for a sec, by the way.
It looks fine to me.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to suss out how to get our voices to go upwards. But I don't think I can do it without taking the stream down.
Can you suffer through it, Dark? Can everyone else hear us okay?
What does the chat say?
Well, Dark Wonders is the only one complaining of that. Everyone else seems to be doing fine.
They all
Okay,
say
everyone
it's all
else can
good?
hear it. It's just Dark Wonders. Dark Wonders, get better headphones.
Yup, yeah. Alright, we're going back to the game. God, that took a while. Alright, so I'm making a Malkavian. She's completely batshit.
Well, wait, can you go back on the clans for a second? I just want to see which ones are in the game, because I can never remember which ones are in.
Well, there's the Ku Klux, there's the Wu-Tang, there's...
You got to go with the
McLeods.
Wu-Tang over the Ku Klux.
Of course.
Right, so you got the Bruja. The Bruja.
Yeah.
These are your guys that you're probably best off starting with, just because they're straight up. Their abilities are super speed, super strength, and super gur.
But the other one had charisma.
These guys don't. The Bruja are the clan that pretty much just, if they want to get to a dude in a car, they rip the door off.
The Bruja are like the mob, basically.
They're like they're
Bruja.
the enforcers of the vampire world.
Yeah.
The Gangrel are like, animal people.
So yeah, bikers, stuff like that.
Malkavians are just nuts. They're like the Deadpool of vampire world, except there's a whole clan of them.
Yeah.
They had voices in their heads and they carry swords and also guns.
Yep. They do that. Nosferatu, they are horribly disfigured and primarily
They're the one.
live underground.
They look like the.
That's not sexy
the
at all.
quintessential like famous looking vampires, like I guess the movie Nosferatu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that movie.
There's the Toreador. They're like the upper class sort of strip club owners, I guess.
I want to see the slutty cheerleader. Go back to the slutty cheerleader.
They're the guys who run casinos. The slutty cheerleader. What, the Malkavian?
Yes.
There you go. There's the Tremere. The Tremere used to be mages, like several hundred years ago, and then decided to experiment with becoming vampires. And so now they're the only vampire clan that really has access to what they call blood magic, which is a kind of combination of magic powers combined using blood.
Blood.
It's very odd, but the Tremere are like wizards of the vampire
Dark
world.
Wonders wants to know if we bought anything during the summer sale for Steam. And that question will be answered on the Burbcast, which we're recording right after this.
Will be. Steam sale's a big topic.
Yeah,
it is.
I think we all got some stuff off Steam sale. The thing about that I like about this game that I'm just remembering is, although other games have done it too, you got to remember this game's like over 10 years old now, I guess, eh? Is it?
Not far off, yeah.
No, it's got to be older than that because I think it was like my first year of college. I saw one of my roommates playing this.
This game came out, I think, it came out just before Half-Life 2. So what year did Half-Life 2 come out? 2000?
Long fucking time ago.
2002?
I don't know. It's got to be before that.
It was a few months before Half-Life 2 came out, as I recall, because
I saw this played. I saw this played in like the fall of '01. I remember because
it's
because we walked into our room and our suite mate had wandered in and decided to boot up a computer and start playing it, and it's like, dude, we weren't even in here. What the fuck?
It's 2004.
Oh, 2004. Well, it definitely came out before Half-Life 2, I remember that, because it was infamous for being the first ever game to come out using Source Engine, but it was an incomplete version because Half-Life 2 hadn't been finished yet. And that's why it was so messed up.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Cab. During all this setup process, you're losing me here. Play the game!
The other thing with the game is, like, if you play a male character, it is different than playing a female character. Like, it's not like one or two conversations are different. Like, a whole bunch of them are. And I think there's even a quest line that you can only get if you're a male, and you can only get if you're female. And then there's clan-specific quests and all sorts of good stuff.
I'm just filling out my character sheet at the moment, guys.
Yeah, the fun stuff. That means it's time for another question.
Do it.
What is the sure sign that someone thinks they are too cool?
They wear pink golf shirts.
Pink golf shirts with pop collars.
Yeah. Anyone who pops their collar for any reason except for a vampire himself is, there's so few reasons to ever pop a collar where it looks good.
Yeah, I'm going with the poppy collar thing.
Although if it's a sarcastic collar popping to make a point, then I suppose it's okay.
Well, is that popping your collar on your shirt or on your jacket? Because you're like, huh, and then you just like,
Well, yeah, I mean, if it was like a rebel without a cause, cool, like 1940s leather jacket, then yeah.
Yeah. I don't see how you can sarcastically pop a collar. Unless you say beforehand, you know what, I'm going to pop my fucking collar for this. Pop! This deserves a pop collar.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a situation, but I can't.
That's fine. Next question. What sport should cease to exist?
Baseball. Or cricket. Baseball or cricket.
Yeah, one of those.
I would say cricket, just because it takes, like, you could have a game last 3 days. That's a long time to watch a sport.
It really is.
We can't get rid of soccer because the entire world would tear itself to pieces.
Or they would just learn to like something good.
All right, we're off and running.
Lady Vamp, creative. It's a creative name.
I had to come up with something on
Dark Wonders, you shut your mouth about hockey. Hockey is amazing. I love hockey.
I gotta admit, though, if I had to choose, I'd rather watch lacrosse.
Yeah, but you can't watch lacrosse. It's not on the TV. Hey,
Yeah,
look.
it is.
Handcuffs, not here. I've never seen it on TV. ESPN doesn't do its lacrosse coverage.
The whole intro to this game is just... There's so many well-acted characters in this, and all the missions are like their own little self-contained little horror story.
Yeah.
Like there's a haunted house, and then there is a murder mystery, and then there's like you're tracking down a serial killer, and like all these sort of different evil things, and it all culminates in this big throwdown at the end. And I think there's like 4 different
I can't hear what...
I think there's like 4 or 5 different endings, and then there's the slight alterations depending who you are.
Wow. Wow. So, wow. That happened. Well, game over, I guess, right? You didn't hit X at the right time.
I guess what's worth noting about the world of Vampire the Masquerade and the world of Darkness in general is that when a vampire gets staked, they don't die or suffer true death, as it's called. They enter torpor, which is like a stasis where they just can't move.
Yeah, you got to set them on fire, cut their head off.
See, that piece of information could have used, because I was like, well, damn, you just died at the beginning. Oh, it's like a film noir. It goes backwards. It shows you the end at the beginning.
No, we're not doing frame narrative here.
Come on. This could totally be Sunset Boulevard. There are totally plenty of people who look like they could be that chick from Sunset Boulevard. I'm getting my close up.
And I haven't played the tabletop World of Darkness in a while.
Oh, yeah,
World of Darkness being the universe this is in.
Yeah.
Whores.
And this game has such a big cult following that there are people still making mods for this game. Like there's a full texture pack you can get to make it look prettier. There's another mod that unlocks all of the different clans.
Holy crap! Going back to
Weapons.
that question, Dangerous Brian brought up a good point. League of Legends is a sport that needs to go away since they are now pro athletes.
Well, it's not about League of Legends. Just the fact that they set precedent means that some of the other video games can get in on the whole being athletes too, which would be dope.
No, it's not. They're not athletes.
I don't know. I'd say they are. Because how is video games be considered athletes different than chess players be considered athletes? Because
I don't consider them athletes either.
Doesn't matter. Chess has been considered a sport for almost 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
For the sake of visas.
How many wedgies do you have to get to be considered a chess athlete?
I don't know, but you can win like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars until you play against the computer, which will destroy you.
Yeah.
Oh, the humans still have the lead there in the human versus computer chess playing. The next big one is going to be a computer playing StarCraft 2. They've already got 2 universities in the United States are building computers to try to beat someone playing StarCraft 2 without like having the computer cheat.
So I don't know what's happening in the story, but I'm just going to guess that there's a guy with a Brooklyn accent going, "Look at this whore here. She did all these things. Let me tell you about it."
There's an English accent, actually.
Yeah, this is what the Prince of the City is.
The Prince of Los Angeles is one of the most notorious characters in the whole fiction. Outside of the game as well. He's a nightmare of a person. / vampire.
But he's
So
based...
that guy's British?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is he like, "Oh, you're a very good whore, but it's just not going to work anymore"?
Well, I don't know so much about British, but maybe very, very posh American that sounds almost British.
Oh, John Lithgow.
I'd say even worse than that.
Worse than John Lithgow. Wow.
Like the up and up area of the archetypical person from Connecticut.
Ah, Connecticut. But they have cities like Kennebunkport.
Oh, I can't skip this apparently.
Man, the dialogue choices, like some of the writing in this game is amazing, but you can tell that they had specific writers write certain sections of the game. Like one level was written by one guy and another level was written by another one, because you can see the writing style change pretty dramatically.
Oh yeah.
But it's all really well done, and most of the voice acting is pretty sweet too. This guy's one of the kings of the game.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Now, Kev, activate your magical thong powers and seduce him, and then drain his body of fluids.
You can totally do that.
Well, I hope
Is it really like power of the thong?
Almost.
You need.
I have the thong.
We definitely got to go to the nightclub before we end this stream, just so you can see the crazy chick who owns the club in this game. She's the best. She's the best crazy character in video games. It's awesome.
Yeah. I'm just going to try and breeze through this bit. I might just say I don't need help. That gets me out of it.
Tell him you don't need his help. You just want his life, and then drain him.
He'd tear you to pieces.
He really would, yeah. This guy's a pretty old vampire.
He's Gangrel, right?
He's Bruja.
Oh, he's Bruja.
Yeah. This is what I love about the Malkavians, is that whereas every other clan that you would pick would have this dialogue say something like, "Thanks very much, I'll see you later," the Malkavians go, "Your humor is hokey. I am no longer here."
It's just complete madness.
Yeah.
And that actually has an effect on how people react to you too. Like they know that you're crazy.
There are characters in this game that will get really scared about you being a Malkavian. They won't trust you for anything. So I'm gonna.
And if you play as the Nosferatu, you actually have to play this whole game a totally different way. You actually have to avoid going outside, because if you walk the general streets, people will see you and you look like a monster. So if you have to if you're the Nosferatu, you have to go through the sewers, I think, for almost 90% of the game. Like, you have to hide from the general public.
Yes, that is true.
Of course, the trade-off being that you're crazy powerful as a Nosferatu.
And this is one of my favourite parts of the games, is that in order to hack the computers, you've actually got to type in the commands.
Yo, dog, we heard you like playing games on computers, so we put a computer in your computer. Now type on it, bitches.
I got an email from the penis enlargement company.
I don't have a penis.
Watch the girls come
But
running.
JCPenney's has a thong sale going on. 6 for $5.
Call today at 1-800-555-STICK.
Tired of your tiny penis and low libido? We've got it your fix.
There's one for dirt cheap internet. Looking for that lazy ass ex-husband who's late on his alimony payments. You get all sorts of weird little things in this game. It's brilliant. Alright, let's bail out of there. And turn TV on and off and watch the newscaster.
Yeah, there's so many little things in this game. Like, there's actually a lot of content that got buried under all the bugs when this game came out. Because when this game came out, it was almost unplayable.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of, remember that game Darkness? The one that came out on 360?
Yeah.
You were like, I guess, the vigilante or whatever that had like snake powers or whatever.
Yeah.
You could watch the entire To Kill a Mockingbird movie.
Oh, yeah.
In the game.
There was a thing you could do in did GTA 5 have something like that?
GTA had a bunch of like 15-minute TV shows you could watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like comedians doing like sections of their comedy bits. You just breaking into people's houses?
Yeah,
I
that's what I do.
Yeah, see, and the thing about this game is you get clues and pieces to quests in a non-linear fashion. Like, so that the newspaper gives you little subtle hints of things that are going to happen. Like, that Carnival of Death is alluding to one of the first mysteries you got to go solve, but you're not even on that quest yet.
Yeah, and the news anchor on TV does a similar thing.
So if you're a hooker or whatever it is you are, why are you out solving mysteries? That sounds like something they would have on Lifetime.
At the moment, you're just learning what it means to be a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
So the prince has set you up with a couple of tasks. As a payment to him for saving your life, because he was in every right to slaughter you earlier on.
It's always good to be,
He's like, you can go and be one of my mercs around the city. Just
one of my
covering
beaches.
Some small-time bits and pieces.
But he's not... Sorry.
I got a homeless guy asking me a question. He wants some change.
Eat him.
What's my answer going to be, chat? Or guys?
I'm the fattest piggy bank in the world. But I will not break for you.
What's the popular answer to go with?
Nothing.
What
The third one.
What should appear on my doorstep of my web but a nice juicy fly?
Dark Wonder says eat him.
Eat him? Alright, let's see.
Yeah, kill the homeless guy. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Now, you want to make sure you stop that before you kill them, because when you start leaving bodies around, that's when the police get involved.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that.
One thing I love about this game is that it's kind of like GTA, where the more carnage you create and more obvious you make yourself, you start off with police hunting you down, and then like SWAT will come after you. And eventually, you don't want to get to this point, but eventually you'll have the hunters come after you. The Society of Leopold. And in World of Darkness fiction, those guys are people you don't want to mess with, because they're like the true servants of God.
Which means they're violent as fuck.
Yeah, they are. They've got no time for anyone stopping them getting away with vampires.
Nice. So is there a Keanu Reeves character like that Bram Stoker's Dracula? Who's around going, whoa. I am Jonathan Harker.
I hate Keanu Reeves.
That movie is like Winona Ryder is a British chick. Yeah, not so much. It's all about Gary Oldman.
Are you the fleet-footed god?
Eat him!
Yeah, I love how all your answers are just batshit crazy. Like
That's why I love playing Malkavian in this game, man. They're so
yeah,
good.
like all
look,
your dialogue choices.
he's already responding. Oh shit, you're a Malkavian, aren't you? That's the last thing I need.
Eat him.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Well, I suppose you might be able to, but yeah, you've got stuff to do. He's part of your quest from the prince.
Mm.
Is this my rib?
Hippocrates is not my forefather. Who broke you, Mercury?
Wow.
I love playing Malkavians in this game. For those who for some reason don't know what this game is actually like, it's pretty much Deus Ex, but paranormal.
Paranormal Deus Ex
Yeah.
without the guns.
Yeah, I mean it's got all the RPG. It's got a lot of RPG stuff that's standard now, but 10 years ago, a lot of this stuff wasn't really commonplace. Like there's a lot of stuff that, you know, decisions you make that affect the game later on. There's a lot of choices. There's lots of dialogue trees, power-ups, skill trees that you can unlock, and your power is like you know, it's not just you use one power. Like if you have like sneak, for example, and you also have, oh, what's that other power? Not if you freeze. I'm trying to remember what the powers are, but you can sort of use certain power combinations to your benefit in a really, really crazy way.
Like if you play Bruja and you have Celerity and Potence, which are like super speed and super strength, and you level those abilities up quite high, then the Celerity will pretty much slow everyone down to almost a standstill by the time you've leveled it up quite high.
Really? So you're almost Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell? Time out!
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly. Mr. Belding comes in and demands everyone grow up. Yeah, so everyone in the room will pretty much slow down to a bullet time standstill almost, and you can just run around with super strength and pound them, and by the time that everything comes back into action, they'll be like flying into walls and shit.
And guns in this game are only really effective against people, because the rest, if you're fighting a vampire, bullets don't work so well against them.
I mean, it depends what gun you use, and a shotgun will do the job.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're just using, you know, the basic pistols at the beginning of the game, you're not going to do a lot of damage to a vampire that way.
Yeah. All right, so the Asylum, we're at the back of this nightclub now. This is the nightclub that Pac-Man was on about earlier.
This is the greatest nightclub ever!
Also, this is how you get into the sewers. There's several sewer grates around every hub. So that's how the Nosferatu would get around if you were playing as a Nosferatu. Because you don't want to be walking out into the street if you look like that.
That's kind of racist.
I'm going to have a look in this nightclub.
Yeah, and the owner of this nightclub, this girl, she's one of the best crazy-ass characters ever.
Yeah, and you should meet her upon... There you go.
Bella! Is that her?
Yeah.
She's kind of like, when it comes to cosplay, this is the girl that every girl at cosplay events will dress up as if they're going as anything from this game.
She's like...
Well, that depends, because there's two versions to her, right? I'm not going to give it away in case we convince anyone to play this game, but she has an alter ego, which is kind of a mindfuck.
Is her alter ego Harley Quinn?
No.
Oh. Well.
You'd like to see us play KOTOR 2.
Why can't we play KOTOR 1?
Yeah. Well, I suppose the restored content mode does actually add a little bit, and I think it also fixes the trigger for you to get that secondary Jedi power thing, right?
The Jedi mind trick. Man, look at those dancers in the background, cutting loose.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna go and join him in a sec.
That chick to the right is just cutting herself a slice of rug.
So
This reminds me of Mass Effect 3 when you can, you know, throw out some mad shapes.
I get to roleplay a gay lady now, so I'm gonna use my seduction skills on her.
Check out this thong.
Use my thong powers.
Ginger Boy, how are we supposed to get an Atari 2600 to stream?
We just you have to turn a camera on it. Man, we should play Dune 2.
Two.
Wait, Doom 2 or Dune 2?
D-U-N-E.
Oh god, no.
Fuck yeah, that's the grandfather of them all. It's the bomb.
Jeanette, that's her name. It was driving me wild. I could think of her sister's name, but not her.
My main beef, I think a lot of people's beef with KOTOR 2 is the way it ends, because the ending of KOTOR 2 is complete dog shit, and the end of KOTOR 1 is one of the best boss fight throwdowns ever.
God, that KOTOR 1 was such a good game through and through.
It was good.
I'm
It
just
needs to
gonna-
come to the Vita. Why is that not on the Vita yet? Somebody needs to get on.
KOTOR 2 is pretty damn great in a lot of places too, though.
Let's have a dance.
I'd drop 15 on that if I could get that on my Vita.
But like everything, you know,
Magical
it's
thong powers, go!
Wow, look how fast you're dancing. You're just like super vampire adrenaline.
Giving it beans, man.
Can you do the Cabbage Patch?
Sadly not.
Can't do the Cabbage Patch. Can you do the Running Man?
I wish. I don't know if I
Running
want to
right
talk
now,
about it.
man.
This is a lady who occasionally in bars you can find people who you can pick up. I don't know if I'm capable of doing it with her yet.
Can't pick her up. Don't know how to seal.
No,
the
you're gonna need more points before
Oh.
you're able to pick people.
And
from the
apparently
club.
she's not gay anyway, so not gonna work.
Eat her.
You also don't want to eat people in public, Dave. That's not a good
Oh.
call in this game. Not a good call at all. Right, I'm gonna go.
Sorry,
on
I'm
to
not
quest
gay,
after
and I don't
quest
like dirty vampire chicks. Do you eventually get a more clean look about you?
That's not true. Who doesn't like dirty vampire chicks? No one.
Right.
You know?
I don't know. Vampires have been ruined for me.
I would definitely invite one in. That's all I'm saying.
Vampires are all cuddly and they're all happy emo kids now. Remember back in the day when vampires used to want to eat you? Wes Craven's Vampires. That's what we need. The one with James Woods. You need to see the nasty side.
Anything
of
with James
vampires.
Woods. Is
That wasn't
awesome.
Wes Craven. That was
John Carpenter.
Oh, sorry.
Wes Craven. You're thinking Freddy Cougar.
And that film was awful.
But it was funny though, just to
Oh,
see
yeah, it
James
was
Woods walk
hysterical.
around and be badass.
James Woods and one of the Baldwins.
The budget
Yeah.
Baldwin.
Yeah.
Stephen Baldwin, was it?
I think it was Steven. The fat one.
That doesn't really narrow it down anymore.
Actually, Alex lost a lot of weight. It was the one that was on Celebrity Fit Club once. I can't remember. I get them all weird. They're all confused because there's so many Baldwins. And there's only one of them that's worth a damn. And he
Okay,
is
so
jacked up.
you're gonna go up. He's gonna go up this ladder. I think this is the first time you actually see him fight.
If you see me fight at all. I tend to play stealth in this game.
Stealth.
Yeah.
Go
man.
apeshit crazy and kill these
Well,
mofos.
I'm not spec'd to go ape shit.
Well, you're gonna have to kill at least one of them, I guarantee.
We shall
Is that because they're in the
Pac-Man.
VW bug? Or
I'll definitely kill them. I'm just, they won't know I'm coming.
pull out your crossbow. I mean, not your crossbow, your bow and arrow.
Fortunately,
Throw a rock to distract them. And
Go
then-
Tomb Raider!
My way around.
Step. Shh, I'm talking about Far Cry, son. I'm confused about what is happening right now.
He's sneaking around. He's gonna ambush them from inside their own crib.
Yeah.
Mm,
He's gonna ambush them in their own crib. Man, it's so twisted how clearly I remember doing all these missions.
Sorry, Brian, we don't have KOTOR. We probably will do KOTOR at some point. Why the hell not do?
I've got it. I could totally do it, potentially.
I still want it on my Vita. Needs to happen. That, and then The Walking Dead at the same time? Magical.
Haha, you don't know how to pick locks.
No. Which is
Use your thong on it.
irritating. I'm going to have to find another way in.
The thong.
The thong power does not affect locks. I
Why
wish
don't
it
you have
did.
like a say anything moment? Hold your boombox over your
Okay.
head and shake your
Yeah,
money.
he's coming to check on. He was coming.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Eat him! Eat him!
Wow. Oh.
Oh God! They're everywhere. I hate to break it to
Oh
you,
man,
think
I might
it's-
take a kick in here.
Pick up one of those bats, dude. Pick up the bat.
Ah.
Yeah. Grab bat. Grab bat. Ah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's very dark. I can't see most of what's happening.
Yeah, it's... We're not in a good place.
Eat them,
Wow.
Kev. Eat them.
Who's shooting at me? Some guy in the building.
Can't hop through the window.
Right, I'm going to equip this baseball bat. I did pick it up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll be able to get a pistol from the guy inside, too.
I'm not doing too well on the old health at the moment.
Whatever, just knock him down, knock him a couple times, and then pounce on him.
Yeah, Dark, I know The Walking Dead is coming to the Vita. It needs to come to the Vita right now because I have a little vacation planned, and I would like to have some Walking Dead on my Vita while I'm, on my travelings. Those pistols? Eat him! Are these vampires you're...
No,
No.
These are standard humans. I'm just having a bit of an issue with them.
Jump on one of them before he's dead.
I'd love to, but then I get shot by the other one. This isn't working out so well at the moment.
Yeah, your thong powers are failing you.
Oh, damn.
Alright, I messed up.
Yeah, you did. You're the worst vampire ever.
No
Look at that vampire animation just dusted.
No, Dark, I'm not coming to Chicago.
Aw.
I never was coming to Chicago. I just said I needed a vacation, and then I got invited to Chicago. I'm not actually going to Chicago.
Every time I think of Chicago, I think about being trapped in O'Hare Airport for 24 hours.
That's not what I think about when I think of Chicago.
Well, yeah, that and mobsters, but...
I don't think about that either.
Well, yeah, I'm trying... That... He who shall not be named.
Brian Urlacher.
Fuck you, Brian Urlacher.
Actually, I think of Smoking Jay Cutler. Have you ever seen that I guess blog where they just take pictures of Jay Cutler and they randomly insert cigarettes into his mouth like with Photoshop, and it always looks like it fits. Like it looks like no matter what he's doing, just a random shot. They just insert a cigarette into his mouth and it looks totally natural. If you ever get a chance, Google Smoking Jay Cutler. It's hilarious.
Before we were recording this, we were talking. We're not going to be able to get to it in this ramble. But Kevin and I were talking about before we started recording. There's a scene in this game. There's only one scene in the entire game where there's a werewolf, and it's one of the greatest appearances of a werewolf in a game like this ever. Because it's not some little pussy, human-sized werewolf. It's like a werewolf the size of a Mack truck, tearing through walls, just chasing after you in this one level, and it's one of the greatest little like horror movie chase scenes. Like, I still think it's one of the best.
Yeah.
And I wish werewolves were really like that, just towering, unstoppable behemoths.
Man, I tried to sneak up on that guy and have him from behind, but it wasn't letting me in.
That's what she said?
Run away!
Yeah, if this was GTA, you could hop in that VW bus and then run them over.
That's it. Fortunately, I seem to have managed to sneak through here.
How did you sneak away? They were just there, eating that ass.
That's cool. They're distracted outside now.
If you're lucky, you can come up behind that guy. But if you get up behind him, just jump on him this time.
Apparently one of them's in mid-air, so that isn't going to help.
Ginger Boy wanted you to run him over in the hippie van too. Apparently I beat him to it because I can talk faster than he types. Are you invisible right now?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that what that's supposed to be?
Yeah, because he turned off the lights, right?
That light's quite on where he's at.
No, I didn't turn off the lights this time around. I was just using obfuscate.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm trying
I
to
love the fact that
remember
your clothes are like dirty and dingy, but your thong is nice and white.
Well, yeah. Obviously.
Obviously. Oh my God, they're coming!
Yeah. Jump on him.
I'm trying to do a stealth kill, but it's not giving me the
You don't have the points yet.
prompt. Maybe I don't.
Sonic, this might just be me being forgetful at the moment. What is an atom emanature? 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 You said you don't know if you spelled that right, so I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong. But what is that?
I have no idea.
Get that guy out of midair. Feed on him.
You're gonna have to knock him down once.
Close the door. Oh no, the door's broke. Whatever, they're stuck outside now.
Is that dude like stuck on the wall?
Right, let's grab his gun.
I like how all of her punches are just like dramatic uppercuts.
Yeah.
Boom!
That's how I roll.
Ah, gotcha. Sonic, I can't click on that video. My computer might just crap out on me if I do that while we're live vlogging. Whatever it is.
I got a gun.
Hey, I've got a gun.
Apparently I only have one round. That is useless.
Yeah, wow. And it didn't even stop him.
Nope. Right.
What are you doing, man?
Back to the old fisticuffs.
Where's the bat?
Oh, I didn't pick one up yet.
This is what happens when we just install a game and start playing it, because, yeah, Kev's skills have not been honed yet.
I haven't played this game in a couple of years either.
And his skills won't pay those bills. Eat him!
I see.
Why are you not eating him?
I've recovered the explosive. I've got the explosive. I am pretty much ready to go, I think. I think there's a dude around here trying to shoot me up.
Eat him.
I may very well do.
Step up his burning. So if you drain someone's fluids, they don't become a vampire?
No. You've got to drain them completely and then let them feed on your own blood in order to convert them.
And if you, and you can't just make people, because if you do, it's like the death penalty. You have you have to get permission from the prince who's at the beginning of the game.
Eat that guy. Eat him. Why are you letting him smoke you? Eat him. Save the bullets.
Yeah. Yes.
Son, he's down.
Oh, you killed him.
Well,
I guess you can kill this guy.
He's a bad guy. I don't care.
Hey, that homeless guy could have been a bad guy.
He could have
kill
been.
him.
You never know with those guys.
He left that bat again.
Yeah, but, True Blood, that's pretty much the standard vampire way. Speaking of which, I love the title of last week's True Blood episode. Fuck the pain away. That was the actual title of the episode. Fuck the pain away.
I think we've all been there.
It works.
Man,
unless, of course, you have a broken hip, in which case it won't work.
No, then you're fucking the pain in, I guess.
You're still in on True Blood then, Pac-Man?
I wasn't, but it's just so campy and ludicrous, and I love that. I just love that.
I think that's why I'm still watching, is because it has gotten so crazy.
Well, it was always to be a really violent soap opera, and that's basically what it is, and I'm cool with that.
It's always been mental, but this particular season, I've just been loving how they've been trying to repair the damage that what's his face, the writer for the first 4 seasons did to it over the course of the last season.
Yeah.
Because he really messed up. I don't think he cared anymore. He was off to go and do that new show, so he was like, True Blood can suck it. And it's been funny watching this new script writers try and repair the damage that he did to it.
Ginger Boy wants to know what my gun of the week is. This is my gun of the week. This is my Mosin Nagant M44. This is a beauty. I did the wood on this myself. It was quite nasty when I got it. And the thing about this one is that it has a fold-out bayonet that's attached. With which to kill the enemy.
Doesn't that fuck up the weight of the barrel?
No, actually, it's not too bad, and it's sighted in with the bayonet, so it's not bad at all.
Oh, I guess.
This baby was made in 1954.
My dad, who's almost 60 years old, he bought himself one of those professional hunting bows, and it sort of says something to his strength that he can pull it back no problem, and I can barely pull that thing back. Like, you have to be strong, and to do it multiple times, to shoot multiple arrows. I mean, you need to be fit. You
Yeah.
need good arm strength and wrist strength too.
Can we see the gun show, Pac-Man?
No.
There will be no
Come
gun
on.
show on this week's episode of the Big Red Ramble.
No, I'm too skinny and frail to bother trying to show off my massive or my sub-massive guns.
Too skinny and frail to, break out the gun show.
I use my brain to hire someone with big guns.
Your brain in your wallet.
How else are you gonna bust the Hulk, man?
I'm gonna take the Red Hulk formula. Well, actually, yeah. Well, actually, I guess technically, if we're talking canon, then my dad's gonna take the Red Hulk formula. Because that is what happens, right? The General eventually takes the Red Hulk formula to fight the Hulk.
He does.
Yep. That he does.
But Hulk is strongest there is.
Yeah.
Hulk is strongest there is!
No one beat the Hulk.
Ah, back in the day where people still thought tribal tattoos were cool.
I'm finally
I think
using my
that-
thong power, Dave.
Nice.
I just told that guy that I need to see the head of his nightclub so that she can see the power of my thong.
His head of his nightclub, huh? Is that what they call it these days? In the world of the vampire.
Get in this elevator. Dude,
Yeah.
not the cleanest looking elevator I've ever been in, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it looks a little seedy.
It's okay. I clicked on the video. I still get the point. That was a really funny episode. Yeah, and the newspaper is just like the radio in Fallout or whatever will slowly be updated with your exploits and things you've done.
But does it have someone as cool as Three Dog?
Actually, I'm playing through Fallout 3 right now, and I don't like Three Dog.
Dude, I love Three Dog.
He's not funny, and he's not even like I don't understand why he was such a favorite character of people.
I never quite... He's just a kind of whatever character to me.
I love Three Dog.
I neither
Three
liked
Dog.
nor disliked him. I never turned
I-
the radio on in that game anyway.
I thought Fallout New Vegas had Mr. New Vegas was really well done, and
You mean Wayne?
Raoul from as your companion in Vegas was sweet too.
Dude, it was Wayne Newton,
He was perfect as Mr. Vegas. His voice is awesome.
Mr. New Vegas. Speaking of which, I watched The Adventures of Ford Fairlane the other day, which has Andrew Dice Clay in it, and Wayne Newton's the bad guy. That movie is awesome.
Wayne Newton.
As the bad guy, as the villain.
Man.
Is there a... Oh, wait, I was going to say.
Sonic, I would say New Vegas is a better game, but it was really buggy.
Yeah. But I mean,
I mean, I'm pretty sure they fixed it by now, but it was just, I mean, there was a lot of bugs in that game.
yeah, I just finished beating New Vegas like last week for the first time.
And I was really disappointed when I got to actually see New Vegas. It was like this narrow strip of land. It's like you guys recreated the entire mall in the U.S. Capitol and filled it with giant monsters, and you could only make like a quarter mile of Vegas.
That's why I've never been able to get into New Vegas, because the whole landscape just seemed dull compared to Fallout 3, which seems so just endless.
I don't know.
and
There's so much little things in Vegas that I actually did like. Still though, it's one like all those games, just like Borderlands, and I guess I just got to get over that first 2 hours, and then it takes off a lot. Same thing with Fallout 3, which I'm playing through right now. But that first hour or two is just ugh.
Of which one, sorry?
Either one of them, but Fallout 3. Is speaking of like vampires though, are they making another Underworld movie?
It would not surprise me.
Probably.
Len Wiseman still wants to keep
Didn't they just
Kate
make one?
Beckinsale employed.
Didn't they just make one?
I don't know if they just made one.
There
It
was one that
I mean,
came
like
out...
within the past year.
I think there was one that came out last year, which was
Yeah.
the one where
They got a kid.
She has a kid. Yeah.
I think they just do that to let us know that Kate Beckinsale is still hot in leather.
See, Sonic, I'm with you there. I am a huge Fallout 1 and 2 fan, and I really like New Vegas over 3. So I think you're onto something there.
I don't know. I don't know. The thing I just really loved about Fallout 3 was just the landscape and the fact that I've been to DC, so I've seen all the things you get to see when you go into that. And I've been to Vegas in 3 casinos. I expected more. I mean, they didn't even have the In-N-Out burger. That would have been amazing. They should have had the In-N-Out burger.
You know what? I would love to see someone put a Kickstarter up and be like, hey, we're making a new World of Darkness vampire game. I would kickstart the hell out of that.
Yeah.
But David Jaffe's attached.
But the problem is right now is that I want more RPGs like this because the whole post-apocalyptic thing is just being done. It's like zombies. Just stop it. Because we got Borderlands, we got Fallout, we got Wasteland, we've got Mad Max coming. We've already had Rage, and the new Mad Max basically looks like, you know, a second attempt at Rage, really. Even though Rage itself was a blatant homage to Mad Max, but.
I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go. I know there's a sewer grate around here somewhere. I'm supposed to be going over to the ghost house now, which is probably one of the coolest parts of this game. But we do need to wrap up. So, because we got a podcast to record before Dave goes off to
Priest
work.
was a weird vampire movie. I didn't hate it, but it felt like a long TV episode.
It wasn't a vampire. It wasn't so much a vampire movie as it was just a movie with fast-running monsters. Like you could have replaced the vampires with anything, and they would have made.
But it had Carl Urban once again being wasted in a film beneath him. Like he always gets the shit. Fucking like I hope his new TV show turns out good because Carl Urban deserves to be a star a lot more than some of these schmucks.
Apparently,
he was awesome in Lord of the Rings.
Apparently, the pilot episode went down really, really well at Comic-Con.
Nice.
For almost.
Oh, that's
good. Sounds good.
Lord knows the Xbox One didn't.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about all this stuff on this week's podcast, which we're about to go and record now. So I'm going to call it a day. So thanks for joining us, guys. We will be back.
I'm going to go download this game, or not buy this game, or install it if I already own it. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm probably going to
John
play
Brady's
it again.
book while you're at it. Buy his book.
Buy his book.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
At the very end of this stream, it is worth mentioning that Faster Than Life, the big Scottish car show segment that Tim was, or rather BigRedBarel as a whole was hosting, went really well, apparently, today. So, well done to those guys.
Congratulations to Tim and the gang for pulling that off.
Yeah.
Because that Faster Than Life thing, that's our baby. And it didn't bomb. It actually was successful.
It is, yeah. It's,
if you have Gran Turismo, they will come.
GT6,
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked awesome. Anyway, we're off to record a podcast, so that's the end of the Big Red Ramble for this week. We'll be back next week, where, unless drastic things happen, we should be playing Shadowrun Returns.
Yep.
Sweet!
Yeah.
And a new flag.
And a new flag, and a new T-shirt.
And a new shirt.
Yeah, I'm always about new T-shirts.
I need to get a gimmick. You guys have got your gimmicks.
You're the one that plays the games. We have to find other ways to be interesting.
I guess that's true, yeah. All right, well, yeah, let's get out of here. So, Shadowrun Returns
Stay
next
frosty,
week.
everybody.
Tune into the podcast later. Bye-bye.
Look at my gigantic hand.